Hello, everyone. Welcome to our podcast. My name is Anna, and I am very happy to be here today. This podcast is for beginners, so we will speak slowly and use easy English. Today, we talk about bedtime routines. A bedtime routine is what you do before you go to sleep. It can be simple things like brushing your teeth, reading a book, or listening to music. I think bedtime routines are very important because they help us feel calm and ready for sleep. I am here with my friend Mark, and we will share our ideas and habits with you today.
Hi, Anna. Hi, everyone. My name is Mark, and I am excited to talk with you today. Thank you for listening to our podcast. Like Anna said, today's topic is bedtime routines. Many people have different routines, and that is okay. Some people sleep early, and some people sleep late. Some people like quiet, and some people like soft music. A good bedtime routine can help your body relax and your mind feel peaceful. I think it is nice to talk about this topic because sleep is very important for our health. I am ready to share my routine and learn about yours too.
Thank you, Mark. I agree with you. Sleep is very important for everyone, young or old. In this podcast, we want to help you learn English and also learn about simple daily habits. We will talk in a friendly way, like a real conversation between friends. Please listen carefully and do not worry if you do not understand every word. You can listen again and practice. Bedtime routines can be easy to follow, and you can change them to fit your life. I hope our talk today will give you good ideas for your own routine before sleep.
Yes, Anna, that is a great idea. We want this podcast to be easy and helpful. We will use simple words and clear sentences so you can follow us. If you are learning English, this is a good way to practice listening. You can also repeat after us to improve your speaking. Today, we will talk about what we do at night, what we like, and what helps us sleep well. Maybe you will hear something new and try it at home. I think talking about daily life is a good way to learn a language and feel more confident.
That's right, Mark. I like that we talk about real life. Bedtime routines are something we all have, even if they are different. Some people take a shower at night, and some people drink warm milk or tea. Some people like to write in a diary, and some people just go to bed quickly. There is no one right way. In our podcast, we will share our own routines and also ask each other questions. This will help you hear natural English and learn how to talk about your own habits. I think it will be fun and useful for everyone listening today.
I think so too, Anna. It will be fun and simple. I also want to say that it's okay if your routine is not perfect. Many people are busy, and sometimes they go to bed late or feel tired. That is normal. The important thing is to try to make a small, good habit. Even a short routine can help you relax. For example, you can turn off your phone, brush your teeth, and take a deep breath. These small steps can make a big difference. I am happy we can share these ideas with our listeners in a clear and easy way.
Yes, small steps are very important. I like simple routines because they are easy to follow every day. If a routine is too long or too difficult, people may stop doing it. In this podcast, we will keep things easy and practical. We will talk about things you can really do at home. Also, we will speak slowly so you can understand us better. If you are listening while relaxing or before sleep, I hope our voices help you feel calm. This is a good time to learn English and also think about your own bedtime habits.
That's a nice idea, Anna. Listening before sleep can be very relaxing. Maybe our listeners are in their bed now, or maybe they are getting ready for sleep. I hope they feel comfortable and enjoy this conversation. We will not use difficult words, and we will explain things clearly. If you are new to English, do not worry. Just listen and try your best. Over time, you will understand more and more. I think this topic is perfect for a calm and friendly talk. It's like we are sitting together and sharing our day.
I like that image, Mark. It feels warm and friendly. I imagine we are sitting with a cup of tea and talking quietly. That is the feeling we want for this podcast. Bedtime is a calm time, so our talk should also be calm. We will speak clearly and give you time to think. If you want, you can pause and repeat our sentences. This is a good way to practice. Also, you can think about your own answers to our questions. What do you do before sleep? Do you have a routine? These questions can help you learn and reflect.
Yes, asking questions is a good way to learn. Even if you do not speak out loud, you can think in English. That is also good practice. In our podcast, we will ask simple questions and give simple answers. This will help you feel more confident. Bedtime routines are easy to talk about because they are part of daily life. Everyone has something to share. I am excited to hear about your routine, Anna, and also to share mine. I think our listeners will enjoy hearing different ideas and maybe try something new tonight.
Thank you, Mark. I am excited too. Before we start the main parts of our talk, I want to remind our listeners to relax and enjoy. This is not a test. You do not need to understand everything. Just listen, feel comfortable, and enjoy the conversation. We are here to help you learn step by step. Bedtime routines can be a nice topic because it is calm and personal. We will talk about our habits, what we like, and what helps us sleep better. I hope you feel like you are part of this conversation with us.
That's a great message, Anna. Learning should be fun and not stressful. Our goal is to make you feel comfortable with English. Today's topic, bedtime routines, is simple but important. It's something you can use in your daily life. After listening, maybe you will change one small thing in your routine. That is already a good step. Now I think we are ready to start our first part. We will talk more about our own bedtime routines and share simple ideas. Thank you for being here with us, and let's begin our conversation.
And part 1, I want to talk about what I usually do before I go to bed. My bedtime routine is simple and calm. First, I finish my work and try not to use my phone too much. Then I go to the bathroom and brush my teeth. After that, I like to wash my face with warm water because it feels nice and clean. Sometimes I take a quick shower at night, but not every day. Then I go to my room, turn off the big light, and use a small lamp. I often read a short book for about 10 minutes because it helps me relax and feel sleepy.
That sounds like a very nice routine, Anna. My routine is a little different, but also simple. First, I check my phone and set my alarm for the next morning. Then I try to stop using my phone, but sometimes it is difficult for me. After that, I go to the bathroom and brush my teeth, just like you. I also like to drink a glass of water before bed because I feel better. Then I sit on my bed and think about my day. I do not read often, but I sometimes listen to soft music for a few minutes before I sleep.
I like that you listen to music, Mark. I think soft music is very relaxing. Sometimes I also listen to music, but only when I feel a little stressed. Most of the time, I prefer reading because it is quiet and slow. I also like to make my bed comfortable before I sleep. I fix my pillow and blanket so everything feels nice. I think a clean and comfortable bed is very important for good sleep. If my room is messy, I cannot relax well. So I try to keep my room tidy, especially at night before I go to bed.
Yes, I understand that, Anna. A clean space can help us feel calm. My room is not always very tidy, but I try my best. Before I sleep, I sometimes open the window for a few minutes to get fresh air. It makes the room feel cool and nice. I also turn off the main light and keep only a small light like you. I think bright light is not good before sleep. It can make it hard to relax. So I like a soft, warm light. It makes me feel peaceful and ready to sleep after a long day.
That is a good idea, Mark. Fresh air is very nice before sleep. I also like a cool room because it helps me sleep better. Another thing I do is drink a cup of warm tea. I do not drink coffee at night because it keeps me awake. My tea is usually very light, like herbal tea. It helps my body feel calm. After I drink my tea, I feel more relaxed and ready to go to bed. I think small habits like this are very helpful. They tell my body that it is time to sleep and rest.
I think that is a very good habit, Anna. I do not drink tea every night, but I sometimes drink warm milk. It is simple, but it makes me feel comfortable. I also try not to eat heavy food before bed because it can make sleep difficult. If I'm very hungry, I eat something small, like fruit. Then I feel better. I think what we eat and drink at night is important. It can change how we sleep. So I try to be careful even if my routine is not always perfect.
Yes, I agree, Mark. Food and drinks are important at night. I also try not to look at my phone too much before sleep. The light from the screen is very strong, and it makes my eyes tired. Sometimes I still check messages, but I try to stop at least 20 minutes before bed. Instead, I like to do something quiet, like reading or just sitting and thinking. I think it is good to have a calm time before sleep. It helps my mind slow down after a busy day.
That is true, Anna. I also know that using the phone too much is not good, but sometimes it is hard to stop. I'm trying to change this habit. Now I try to put my phone on the table, not in my bed. This way I do not look at it again. I think it helps a little. I also like to take a few deep breaths before I sleep. It is very simple. I close my eyes and breathe in and out slowly. It makes my body feel relaxed and my mind quiet.
I really like that idea, Mark. Deep breathing is very easy, but very helpful. I sometimes do that too when I feel nervous or tired. It helps me feel calm quickly. Another thing I do is think about good things from my day. For example, I think about something nice that happened or something I enjoyed. This makes me feel happy before I sleep. I think it is better than thinking about problems. It helps me have a peaceful mind and a better sleep at night.
That is a very positive habit, Anna. I like it a lot. I also try to think about good things, but sometimes I forget. I think I will try your idea tonight. Usually I just feel tired and want to sleep quickly, but I know it is better to relax first. My routine is not long, but it works for me. I think the most important thing is to do something simple and do it every day. This way, our body understands that it is time to sleep and it becomes easier over time.
Yes, that is very true, Mark. A routine does not need to be long or difficult. It just needs to be regular. If we do the same things every night, our body learns the pattern. Then we can fall asleep more easily. I think your routine is very good and simple. It's easy to follow, and that is important. In part 1, we shared what we usually do before bed. I hope our listeners can understand and maybe try some of these ideas in their own lives.
I agree, Anna. We talked about many simple habits like brushing teeth, reading, listening to music, and drinking something warm. These are all easy things that anyone can try. Everyone is different, so you can choose what you like. There is no perfect routine. The best routine is the one that works for you. I hope our listeners feel inspired to think about their own bedtime habits. Now, we are ready to move to the next part where we can talk more about why these routines are helpful.
In part 2, let's talk about why bedtime routines are important. I think a routine helps our body and mind understand that it is time to sleep. When I do the same things every night, I feel more relaxed and less stressed. If I do not have a routine, I sometimes feel confused and stay awake longer. A routine also helps me sleep faster because my body knows what will happen next. I think it is like a signal. For example, when I read a book, my eyes get tired and I feel sleepy. So small habits can really help us have better sleep every night.
Yes, Anna, I agree with you. Bedtime routines are like a signal for the body. When we repeat the same actions, our brain learns the pattern. Then it becomes easier to fall asleep. For me, when I listen to soft music, I feel calm and slow. My heart beats more slowly, and I feel ready for sleep. Without a routine, I sometimes use my phone too much, and then I cannot sleep well. So I think a routine is very helpful. It does not need to be long. Even a short routine can make a big difference for our sleep quality.
That is very true, Mark. I also think routines can help us feel safe and comfortable. When I follow my routine, I feel like everything is in order. It makes my night peaceful. If I skip my routine, I sometimes feel a little uneasy. Also, a good routine can help reduce stress. After a busy day, we need time to slow down. Bedtime is the perfect time for that. When we do calm activities like reading or drinking tea, our mind becomes quiet. This helps us forget worries and prepare for a good night's sleep.
I like that idea, Anna. Feeling safe and calm is very important. I think many people have stress from work or school. If they go to bed without relaxing, it is hard to sleep. A bedtime routine gives us a moment to stop and rest. For me, even sitting quietly for a few minutes helps a lot. I think breathing slowly or thinking about the day is also useful. These small actions can change how we feel. When we are calm, we sleep better. And when we sleep better, we feel better the next day.
Yes, sleep affects the next day a lot. If I sleep well, I feel happy and full of energy. But if I sleep badly, I feel tired and slow. That is why bedtime routines are so important. They help us have good sleep, and good sleep helps our whole day. I also think routines can improve our health. When we sleep enough, our body can rest and recover. It's like giving our body time to fix itself. So, a simple routine at night can help us feel better both physically and mentally.
That is a very good point, Anna. Health is very important, and sleep is a big part of it. I also notice that when I sleep well, I can think more clearly. My mind feels fresh in the morning. If I stay up late and do not follow my routine, I feel confused and tired. So I try to keep my routine even when I'm busy. It is not always easy, but I try my best. I think making a small habit and keeping it every day is the key to better sleep and a better life.
I agree, Mark. Keeping the routine is very important. Even if we are busy, we can still do something small. For example, we can take 5 minutes to relax or breathe slowly. It doesn't take much time, but it helps a lot. I also think it is good to go to bed at the same time every night. This is part of a routine too. When we sleep at the same time, our body gets used to it. Then we feel sleepy at the right time, and it becomes easier to fall asleep.
Yes, going to bed at the same time is a great habit. I try to do that, but sometimes I sleep late on weekends. Then it is harder to wake up early on Monday. So I think it is better to keep the same time every day if possible. Another reason routines are important is that they help us control our habits. For example, if we decide not to use the phone before bed, we can follow that rule every night. This can help us avoid bad habits and build good ones over time.
That is a very good idea, Mark. A routine can help us build good habits step by step. I also think it is important to choose activities we enjoy. If we like our routine, we will do it more often. For example, I enjoy reading, so I look forward to my bedtime. It feels like a nice, quiet time just for me. If someone does not like reading, they can choose something else, like music or drawing. The routine should be personal and comfortable, not something we feel forced to do.
I completely agree, Anna. A routine should feel natural and easy. If it is too difficult, people will stop doing it. I think it is better to start small and then add more steps if we want. For example, we can start with brushing teeth and turning off the phone. Later, we can add reading or breathing exercises. Step by step, we can build a good routine. This makes it easier to continue. I think many people will find this helpful because it is simple and practical for daily life.
Yes, starting small is a very good way. It makes the routine easy to follow. In part 2, we talked about why bedtime routines are important. We said they help us relax, sleep better, and feel healthy. They also help us build good habits and feel calm at night. I think these are very good reasons to have a routine. I hope our listeners can see the value of these small habits and think about adding them to their own lives.
I agree, Anna. We shared many reasons why bedtime routines are helpful. They're simple, but they can change our sleep and our daily life. Everyone can try a small routine and see the difference. It does not need to be perfect. Just start and keep going. Over time, it will become a natural part of your life. Now, we are ready to move to part 3, where we can talk about different ideas and tips for bedtime routines.
In part 3, let's share some simple tips for a good bedtime routine. My first tip is to keep your routine short and easy. You do not need many steps. Just choose 2 or 3 things you like. For example, you can brush your teeth, drink warm tea, and read a little. My second tip is to make your room comfortable. Try to keep it clean, quiet, and a little cool. This helps your body relax. My third tip is to avoid strong light before sleep. Use a small lamp instead. These small changes can help you feel calm and ready for bed every night.
Those are great tips, Anna. I want to share some tips too. First, try to stop using your phone at least 15 or 20 minutes before bed. The screen light can make it hard to sleep. Second, you can listen to soft music or calm sounds. This can help your mind slow down. Third, try deep breathing. It is very simple. Just breathe in slowly and breathe out slowly for a few minutes. It can make your body feel relaxed. These tips are easy and you can try them tonight. You do not need anything special, just a little time and practice.
I like your tips, Mark. They are very helpful and easy to follow. I also want to say that it is good to be consistent. Try to do your routine every night, even on weekends. This helps your body learn the pattern. Another tip is to avoid heavy food late at night. If you are hungry, eat something light. This can help you sleep better. Also, try to think positive thoughts before sleep. Remember something good from your day. This can make you feel happy and calm when you go to bed.
Yes, being consistent is very important. I also think it is good to prepare for the next day before bed. For example, you can choose your clothes or check your schedule. This way, you will not worry too much in bed. Your mind can relax. Another tip is to keep your bedtime routine quiet. Try not to do loud or active things, like watching exciting videos or playing games. These can make your brain active. It is better to choose calm activities that help you slow down and feel peaceful.
That is a very good idea, Mark. Preparing for the next day can really help reduce stress. I also think it is important to listen to your body. If you feel very tired, you can go to bed earlier. If you are not sleepy, you can do something quiet until you feel ready. Do not force yourself too much. Another tip is to keep your bed only for sleep. Try not to work or eat in your bed. This helps your brain connect the bed with sleep, and it becomes easier to fall asleep.
I agree, Anna. That is a smart tip. The brain can learn from habits. I also want to say that it is okay if your routine changes sometimes. Life is not always the same every day. If you miss your routine one night, do not worry. Just start again the next night. Another tip is to keep your routine simple when you are tired. You do not need to do everything. Even brushing your teeth and turning off the light is a good start. Small steps are always better than nothing.
Yes, that is very true, Mark. We should not feel bad if we miss a day. It is normal. The important thing is to try again. I also think it is helpful to create a peaceful feeling in your room. You can use a soft light, a comfortable pillow, or even a nice smell like lavender. These things can make your bedtime more enjoyable. When you enjoy your routine, you will want to do it every night. This makes it easier to build a good habit over time.
That sounds very nice, Anna. A peaceful room can make a big difference. I also like to keep my room quiet. If there is noise, I sometimes use soft background sounds to cover it. Another tip is to keep a regular sleep time. Try to go to bed and wake up at the same time every day. This helps your body clock. Over time, you will feel sleepy at the right time. It makes your routine more natural and easier to follow without much effort.
Yes, a regular sleep time is very helpful. It makes everything easier. I also want to remind our listeners to be patient. A new routine may feel strange at first, but if you keep trying, it will become normal. Give yourself time to adjust. Also, choose tips that fit your life. You do not need to follow everything. Just pick what works best for you. A good bedtime routine is personal, simple, and comfortable. It should help you feel relaxed, not stressed.
I completely agree, Anna. Everyone is different, so each routine will be different too. The best routine is the one you can do every day. In part 3, we shared many simple tips, like stopping phone use, breathing slowly, keeping a clean room, and having a regular time. These are all easy ideas you can try. You can start tonight with 1 or 2 tips, then slowly build your routine. It is simple, but it can really improve your sleep and your daily life.
Thank you, Mark. I think these tips are very useful and easy for beginners. We tried to keep everything simple and clear. In Part 3, we focused on practical ideas that anyone can try at home. I hope our listeners feel ready to create their own bedtime routine. It does not need to be perfect. Just start small and keep going. Now we are ready for the final part, where we will close our conversation and say goodbye.
Yes, Anna, this has been a very nice and helpful discussion. We shared many ideas about bedtime routines and how to improve sleep. I hope our listeners learned something new and feel more confident using English. Thank you for listening to us. In the next part, we will give our final thoughts and say goodbye. Stay with us for the ending of our podcast.
Thank you, everyone, for listening to our podcast today. We talked about bedtime routines and shared many simple ideas. I hope you learned some new words and also got useful tips for your daily life. Remember, a bedtime routine does not need to be perfect. Just start with something small and easy. You can brush your teeth, drink tea, or read a short book. The most important thing is to be calm and consistent. I hope you feel relaxed and ready for a good night's sleep. Thank you for spending your time with us, and I hope to see you again soon.
Thank you, Anna, and thank you to all our listeners. It was great to talk about this topic together. Bedtime routines are simple, but they can make a big difference in our lives. Good sleep helps us feel better, think clearly, and have more energy. I hope you can try 1 or 2 ideas from our talk tonight. Do not worry if it is not perfect. Just keep trying and find what works for you. Learning English and building good habits can happen step by step. Thank you again for listening, and we wish you a peaceful and restful night.
Before we say goodbye, I want to remind you to practice your English every day. You can listen to this podcast again and repeat our sentences. This will help you improve your listening and speaking skills. Also, try to use these simple words in your daily life. For example, you can talk about your own bedtime routine in English. This is a great way to learn. We are very happy to be part of your learning journey. Thank you again for listening, and take care. Have a good night and sweet dreams.
That is a great idea, Anna. Practice is very important. Even a few minutes every day can help you improve. You can listen, repeat, and speak out loud. Do not be afraid of making mistakes. Mistakes are part of learning. Also, try to relax and enjoy the process. Learning English can be fun and useful at the same time. We are very happy to talk with you and share these simple ideas. Thank you for joining us today, and we hope you feel more confident now.
Yes, Mark, I feel very happy too. This was a calm and friendly conversation, just like a real talk between friends. I hope our listeners felt comfortable and enjoyed our voices. Bedtime is a special time to relax, and I hope this podcast helped you feel peaceful. Remember to take care of yourself and your sleep. A good night routine can help your whole day. Thank you again for being here with us. We really appreciate your time and attention.
I agree, Anna. It felt like a warm and easy conversation. I also hope our listeners enjoyed it and learned something useful. Sleep is very important, and small habits can make a big change. We shared simple tips that anyone can try. I hope you will use them in your daily life. Thank you for listening and being part of our podcast. We are very grateful to have you with us today.
As we finish our podcast, I want to say one more thing. Please be patient with yourself. Building a new routine takes time. You may forget sometimes, and that's okay. Just try again the next day. Small steps can lead to big results. I believe you can do it. Keep learning, keep practicing, and keep taking care of your health. Thank you for listening, and I wish you a calm and happy night.
Thank you, Anna. That is a very kind message. I also want to say good luck to everyone. We believe in you. You can build a good bedtime routine and improve your English step by step. Keep going and do not give up. We are here to support you with simple and friendly conversations. Thank you again for listening to our podcast today.
Now it is time to say goodbye. Thank you so much for joining us. We hope you enjoyed this episode and learned something new. Please come back and listen to our next podcast. We will talk about more simple topics to help you learn English in an easy way. Have a wonderful night, sleep well, and see you next time.
Goodbye, everyone, and thank you again. We hope you have a peaceful night and a good sleep. Take care of yourself, follow your bedtime routine, and enjoy your rest. We look forward to talking with you again soon. Goodbye and sweet dreams.